Hello there, and welcome to Picture This New Media. My name is Halal Ernie, and today I'm going to go over the November the 2nd, tomorrow's new comic book day haul for Comic Book Wednesday. Now, a lot of these ones, I'm a little broke right now, so a lot of these ones are going to be skip its for me because I can't afford it right now. But, but there will be ones that I recommend. So I'll say skip it, but I recommend. And then there's those ones that I haven't kept up with that I've heard good things about, and I'll be fair with those ones as well. Um, so yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this November the 2nd, 2022's new comic book day haul, skip its, pick its, and recommendations. Maybes is also what I say. So yeah, before we get started though, I wanted to let's see here. Thank you, Chloe Ann, for subscribing. Uh, we were at 142, but it seems that people didn't like my live streams with the Weed Shop. So I think I lost a couple of subs there, so I'm down to 140, but that's okay. We win some and we lose some sometimes, and that's alright. Not everybody is gonna like my content, but that's okay. That's okay. I just want to get up to the 1,000 so I can get monetized, and I want on Twitch. If you go to twitch.tv/PictureThisNM, get me up to 50, and I could actually be affiliated there. inshallah. So that's what I'm going for, is affiliation through Twitch or on YouTube. I'm on Rumble as well. All my YouTube videos go to Rumble. Um, but you know, it's hard to get monetized on there because a lot of those things are just political stuff, and I do nerd comic book stuff, so it's not as popular on Rumble as it is with Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, just take a look at that. I'm also gonna start actually doing you know I'm gonna unlist some videos. I'm gonna do some live streams and have them unlisted. So Patreon subscribers, or yeah, Patreon patrons, whenever I get one, they'll have patron only content that they could look at. Which, as far as I'm going to be doing comic dubs, special game nights. Once I actually get patrons, I'll do special game nights. Um, I'll have a Discord that'll be open to everybody, but um, I'll see about having some special access on that Discord. But anyways, now without all that behind me, just go ahead and check out my link tree, and you can get links to all that. But anyways, with all that behind me, let's get started with November the 2nd, 2022's New Comic Book Day haul. I said it for the second time. Batman number 129. I'm going to skip it, but I do recommend that one. I've heard nothing but actually good reviews from this Batman in particular. Uh, Next up is Dark Knights of Steel number 8. It's a 12-part miniseries, and I haven't heard anything about this, and I'm going to skip it. I'm not even going to recommend it. Hulk number 10. I am going to skip it. I do not like the direction Hulk and what Marvel has done to their characters. I'm very picky about my Marvel comic books, and it has to be very special, or Venom, or Spider-Man, to catch my interest. Yeah, I don't like most of what's coming out with Marvel today. Um, so that goes the same for She-Hulk, X-Men Red number 8, even the Punisher with his updated logo. There seems to be what's his face, the deaf guy. I forgot his name. I can't think of it right now. But yeah, it seems that he's on there and this cover as well. So that'll be interesting to watch, to read. But Punisher fans, you might like it. I'm not gonna recommend it, and I don't. Same with Star Wars Marvel. A little break. They have gone so far outside of Star Wars. It is just basically a slice of life drama with lightsabers. I do not recommend this one. I'm gonna skip it. Poison Ivy, I'm going to skip it. They got a social justice warrior writer on there. It makes it nothing but slice of life and lesbian love. No real story like you heard back in the days. King Spawn number 16. Now this series has been going really good. I'm waiting for a trade paperback of this to come out. Because I have to catch up. This is number 16. It's $2.99. I do highly recommend this series, and if you find a trade paperback of King Spawn, snag it up, because you will be very happy you did. Yeah, there's even good discussions about it. So yeah, I highly recommend King Spawn. 100% recommend it, even if you're not caught up. Next up is Captain Marvel by Marvel Comics, issue number 43. I'm going to skip it. Mandalorian, skip it. Predator, skip it. As you could see, she's got the mental health haircut, and The Mandalorian is basically a shot for shot, panel for panel of the TV show, so you're not getting anything new there. It's pretty disappointing, actually. Next up is Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 28. I think they're doing a little bit overboard with the bounty hunters, but I would recommend that over this series right here. Batman and the Joker, the Deadly Duo. I haven't heard anything about this. Actually, let's go ahead and see what it's all about, because it is a number one. The Joker will go to any lengths to get Harley Quinn back after she is abducted by a strange culprit. But who? Mysterious, Joker-like monsters are stalking the street of Gotham, collecting severed heads. But why? Jim Gordon is missing, and after receiving a package of containing bloody piece of Gotham's commissioner, Batman knows he must be willing to do anything to save him. But how? The Joker proposes an uneasy alliance with Batman. The answers to those questions begin to become clear. They will shake Gotham City and the Bat family to their core. The meticulous crafted tale of the Dark Knight's deadliest team-up will introduce you to a grim and gritty Gotham that only Mark Silvestri could bring you. So, not gonna lie, this actually sounds interesting as fuck. Like, very interesting. Excuse my language. This sounds really, really cool. I'm gonna recommend this one. I might skip it. This is a maybe for me in particular because I'm broke. But I think this one is going to be a good one. So yeah, definitely recommend this one. 32 pages, $4.99. It's $1 more than the average price, but it looks like it's worth it. I don't know if Mark is a really good Batman writer or not, but it seems really good idea. Next up is Deadpool, issue number 1. Meet Cute. Marvel's top merc is back in business. We all know Wade Wilson is one of the top mercenary assassins in the Marvel Universe. Even if he's an annoying one. I hate descriptions like this. But he's pushing to make the recognition official as he auditions for the elite group known as the Atelier. Now he has 48 hours to kill one of the world's most famous supervillains. Only problem, he's been kidnapped and something strange is growing inside him. Things are going to get gross as writer Alyssa Wong and artist Martin Coccolo take up their pent up aggression on everyone's pizza face, shower mouth, misguided hate, love. I don't know. There seems to be optimistic. The fans. It's a different writer. I don't know. I'm going to skip it, but Deadpool fans actually might like this. So I'm gonna recommend it to Deadpool fans, but I'm gonna skip it personally. Next up is Black Panther, issue number 11. I'm going to skip it. Same with Avengers Forever, issue number 10. Next up is Little Monsters, issue number 7. Now, I'm going to wait for the trade paperback of this one, but so far it's really, really, really good. It's about these vampire kids that never grew up and they live alone and they scrounge around during the night and find different places to live, and it's really interesting, and I highly recommend it. Really good book. Yeah, 100%. I'm way behind on it. and I didn't get some of the ones that are in between, so I'm waiting for the trade paperback of this one, but I highly recommend it. Next up is Savage Avengers issue number 7 by Marvel. I'm going to skip it, but I recommend it to anybody who likes the Avengers. Next up is Gotham City Year 1 issue number 2. I heard that this one was actually a really good what's it called, detective series by DC. So I'm gonna recommend it. I'm gonna skip it personally because uh, I I'm just not that interested in, like I said, broke. Next up is Secret Invasion by Marvel Comics, full of surprises. The Skrulls are back in a giant-sized issue, kicking off an all-new 5-part miniseries. When Maria Hill detects the merest hint of Skrulls, she acts quickly to put her defensive plans into action. And when Nick Fury is sent to investigate a Skrull sighting in Iowa, he finds the last thing he was expecting. Our pale blue dot is in their sights, and this time Earth's old defense won't work. Find out who we really trust. The invasion begins now. Let's see what people have to say to this. What is this? This is gonna be Rogue Band of Skrulls. Look like it's already been canceled before the first issue came out. Yeah. Yeah, it does not look like anybody's gonna like this, so definitely I'm gonna skip that one, and I recommend other people do as well. Next up is The Walking Dead issue number 50. If you're caught up with The Walking Dead, recommend it, but I'm over it. Next up is Joker, issue number 2 of The Man Who Stopped Laughing by DC Comics. Looks cool, looks interesting. There's just so much damn Batman comic books out. I don't know. If you're a fan, I recommend this one over over this one and this one and this one. So yeah, I would check this one out over those ones, especially if you're a Joker fan. Next up is the new champion of Shazam. Looks like the DCU, so I don't know why they keep having to change characters, but it looks stupid. Sword of Azrael number 4. I don't know too much about this comic book to recommend or not, so I'm just gonna leave this one up to the people who know about it. I'm gonna skip it, but if you're a fan of it, I recommend it to you. Bloodstained Teeth issue number 6, really good Image comic book series. Another one dealing with vampirism. Highly recommend this one. I'm gonna wait for the trade paperback for this one because I missed out on a lot of issues in between number 1 and 6. Basically, I have like 4 and 1. Yeah. Next up is DC Comics Monkey Prince number 8. I'm going to skip it. Does not look interesting at all to me. Same with Damage Control. Looks ridiculous. Looks stupid. Next up is Time Before Time, issue number 18. Now this series I've caught up with I'm not caught up with it, but I keep getting each single issue. I recommend getting the trade paperback of this one because there's a lot. We're already at number 18. But I also recommend getting the issue if you are already caught up with the same with me. Next up is Night of Ghoul issue number 2. I'm going to recommend that one. Really good horror comic by DC by Dark Horse Comics. got all the horror in all the right places. It's super cool. Next up is That Texas Blood, issue number 19. I'm going to recommend it, but I'm going to skip it because I am not caught up, nor do I know about it. Tiger Division, issue number 1, does not look like it's made for me. Old Dog, issue number 2, I'm going to pick it. The first issue was pretty interesting, so I'm definitely going to keep up with this one. I like it. Next up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Saturday Morning Adventures, issue number 2 by IDW. Gonna skip it. It's more for kids. They're making it really YA style, so I'm not digging it. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I don't. It's getting a little cringe. Not gonna lie, it's getting pretty cringe in the comic books. This might be a good one, but I'm not gonna get it. Magic the Gathering, issue number 20. If you're a Magic fan, I recommend it, but it's not for me. I don't know the game, I don't know the lore, and I've heard good things about it though, and I see a lot of people getting it, so I recommend it to Magic fans, MTG, Magic the Gathering fans. Next up is Behold Behemoth, issue number 1 by Boom Studios. Grayson's world is crumbling following his brother's sudden and mysterious death. His sleepless nights are haunted by a vivid nightmare of a terrifying monster, pushing him to the brink of losing both his sanity and his job as a social worker. But he's truly shaken to the core when his newest case, a young orphan girl named Ren, is found at the scene of a brutal murder, just hours after first meeting Grayson. The line between nightmare and waking life blur as Grayson soon discovers that the monster from his dreams might just be real, a mythical ancient beast that is bringing about the end of the world, with shocking connections to both him and Ren. Now that sounds super cool. I'm going to recommend that one. I'm not sure if I'll get it. If I have the money, I will definitely put this on my top maybe list. Next up is How to Pay, issue number 1 by Image Comics. The Shrouded College will give you magic, but you will incur a debt until it's paid. You belong to them until it's paid. You belong to them. Married couple Maya and Sebastian Stone took the deal. They worked for the college ever since, using their new abilities to track down 666 curse coins. Koraka, aka the Devil's Dollar, only a few remain. Excuse me. The stones are almost free, but the devil's in the details. Hellboy meets Indiana Jones in the supernatural adventure. It's got a good concept. The book sounds really good. 8 Billion Genies is really good. You know, this might not be for me, but I could see who this is made for, and I could see how badass it can be. It's just not. I don't think it's for me. You know, I might give it a shot. I'll give it a maybe on this one. Next up is Quick Stops by Dark Horse Comics. And this is with Kevin Smith, Jeremy Simpson, and Andrew Thomas. Enter the Asquiniverse, 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 Asquiniverse. When pop culture nuance, Kevin Smith's brand new anthology series open for business, telling tales from New Jersey, world of his classic comedies. And the issue, you know, I respect and love Kevin Smith for his old his old content, but he's having to prove himself lately, and he did this whole virtue signaling and he took it to extreme levels, and right now he's just not respected anymore in the comic book world, and it's sad to see because he holds such I held such a high regard for this guy whenever I was younger. His 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 movies were great. Um, I didn't really read his comic books, but I loved his movies. Mallrats, Clerks, Dogma, all of that was super cool to me. Uh, but lately he's just failed. He's just failed, and it's sad because people like me aren't gonna give these comic books a chance, and he's not gonna have that comeback. And the people that he's um, marketing to don't really purchase comic books like fans like me and Esther do, and you guys do. He he placates to this people that live on Twitter and will pirate his comic book, screenshot his shit, and post it on Twitter so they can virtue signal along with him. And it's just sad because he was a great, respected entertainer, and now he's nothing but a joke, and I feel really bad for him. I really do. Next up is Batman Night Watch, issue number 3. I'm going to skip it. It kind of looks like a cool little cover though, so if you're already into this, let me know in the comments to see what you think about it. Next up is Earth Divers, issue number 2 by IDW, and I missed out on it last time, so let's see if what I missed out on. After dodging the apocalypse, 4 indigenous outcasts are past the point of no return on their audacious one-way time travel mission to save the world by killing Christopher Columbus. Oh yeah, I read this. I read this one last time, Earth Divers. Yeah, skip it. Garbage. I mean, it's got a concept of indigenous culture, and I love indigenous culture. Indigenous culture. I love my wife, but this kind of crap is garbage, and you know, it's divisive. You want to, you know, make a voice for yourself, and I get it that, you know, Christopher Columbus.
I was just gonna say fuck Christopher Columbus, and then I turned around and was like, jeez.
I get it. He's a bad person. He's a piece of shit. But having a comic book where you go around killing him in the past, I mean, it's a type of virtue signal that's just unnecessary and divisive, and it's not as deep as you think it's not as deep as they think it is. It just makes the writers seem immature and that they can't write outside of being angry at the past instead of moving forward and, you know, putting. What would be great is if we had an indigenous story with the culture of, mysticism, their theology, and how they dealt with him whenever he came onto the land, and inner strife, inner struggles, some people getting with him and surviving that way, or the people that fought against him and died heroically and sadly as well. I mean, that story is so much more beautiful, so much more impactful, if you want to make an impactful statement, than, yeah, we're Native American time travelers and we're gonna go back and kill Christopher Columbus, man. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous concept. Astronaut Down, issue number 4. I got issue number 1 of this. Um, my local comic book shop, Zia, tends to not really keep up with these indie comics as much. So um, I haven't read issue number 1 yet, but if it's good enough, I'm gonna get the trade paperback of this one. But I recommend it because Aftershock usually has really great art, really great stories, and all around, like, just good plots and good visuals. Same with Dogs of London. I wasn't able to get. Uh, I only got like issue 1 and 2, but I haven't got up to 3, 4, or obviously not 5 yet. But this one, I do recommend it, and yeah, looks cool. Next up is Golden Rage. Now, I'm not very familiar. I missed out on number 1, but basically, uh, it is more of a woman's comic, and it touches on women's issues. Not for me, but I recommend it for women fans. If you like it, let me know in the comments if you've read this, and let me know what you think of it. Next up is Dark Horse Comics issue number 1 of The Ones. Now this looks kind of cute. This looks like an Archie comics, but it's Dark Horse, so you know it's gonna be violent. From award-winning writer Brian Michael Bendis comes the next best awesome super team to end all teams, the Ones. Every single person in every mythology was told that we're the one. Wait, what? Every single person in every mythology that was told they were the one are brought together for the first time to defeat the one, the actual one, the real one. This amazing new vision is brought to life by Wonderkind artist, co-creator Jacob Edgar, and he's done Batman and Army of Darkness. And watch as he brings explosive comic splendor to this big new world. Think Good Omens meets Ghostbusters, meets The Atom Project, meets The Goonies, meets Everything Everywhere All at Once, meets anything else you've ever liked. Huh. Well, shit. This seems cool. Not gonna lie. Seems a little. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This person says he's not buying blind Bendis stuff anymore. So I think I'll keep this one up as a maybe. It looks cool. It looks kind of cute, but judging by the comments in this one, it might not be too great. We'll see. We'll see. There's the cover. Doesn't look that bad, like the style of the people. I don't know. Looks interesting. It kind of does. Let's see. They drew one in chibi status. I don't know. I'll give it I'll see what it's about. I might not give it a chance, but I'll see what it's about. Might read it online first. Survival Street #4. I recommend. Blade Runner Black Lotus. I don't recommend. You know what? I do recommend it. It wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad. The action looked good. The story's all right. It's not that bad. Cross Gen Tales issue #1 by Marvel. Wow. That's something you don't see that's something you don't see every day from Marvel. Covers like this, huh? Look at this bit. Oh, she's asleep. Um, yeah, you really don't see covers like this anymore from Marvel. So, holy crap. I'm actually kind of excited about this one, believe it or not. It's $8.99. Shit. Shit, it's $8.99. That sucks. So is it a collection of all the old stuff, or what the fuck? Huh. That's interesting. I kind of want this. I kind of want it. Next up is Count Crowley, um, Amateur Midnight Monster Hunter. I recommend it if you like the horror genre. This is the last part, so if you happen to get a trade paperback, I recommend that one over this. Next up is Vampirella versus Red Sonja #1. We haven't seen one of these in a long time. It's a monumental clash of titans that have had to happen. It's happened before, but we'll see it. From master storyteller Dan Abnett, both Vampirella and Red Sonja were recruited by Project, a cosmic collection of superheroes sworn to protect all known universes. But Vampirella is now considered a murderous criminal, and she's capable of defeating any hero. Unfortunately for her, Red Sonja is no hero. It's a universal spanning action-packed battle royale from start to finish by Dan Abnett and Alessandro Rinaldi. Hmm. I'm I'm very excited about this. I recommend. Oh, damn! Look at these freaking covers, man! Holy crap! That is that is a sexy cover, isn't it? Look at those booba. Jeez. There's some cosplayers. Some really good paintings. Yeah, this is gonna be great. This is going to be great. And I don't see her in sight, so I'm happy about that. Um, Next up is Star Trek Picard Stargazer number 3. If you're a Star Trek fan, you might be disappointed in this one. I've heard nothing but bad stuff about that. Ballet and Valeria, Swords versus Sorcery. Highly recommend it. Super badass. Ablaze kills it with the art. Super, super beautiful. Beautiful characters, beautiful women, beautiful art, beautiful plot, beautiful story. Just, it's beautiful. Transformers Shattered Glass, number 2, issue number 3. Skip it. Sweetie Candy Vigilante, number 2. Pick it. I like the first one. It is the Dynamite's Harley Quinn. Next up is End After N, issue number 3. I'm gonna skip it, and I don't recommend it. It's very cheesy, very boring, very predictable. It's not good. It's not good at all. My Hero Academia number 371. It's a manga. Get it? If you're up to date with it, of course. It's a lot of books. Issue number 1 of Cherish by Dynamite. Let's see what this is about. I used to know a girl named Cherish. Damn. Okay. Cherish featuring character design. Okay, when blood on the boardroom floor moves from metaphorical to literal, Cherish is the story of Amelia Fellows, a young woman who witnessed the betrayal and murder of her father at the hands of those he once trusted. Unfortunately for Amelia, the people behind her father's death are some of the richest, most powerful people in the world. If Amelia wants justice for her father, she'll have to get it herself, as well as the well-armed high-tech vigilante Cherish. Issue number 1 comes out swinging as Cherish infiltrates the corporate headquarters of Unicon, the company led by chairwoman Valerie Nolan. Had once worked with Cherish's father. The only way Amelia will get the incriminating evidence she needs to take down everyone involved in her father's death is to interrogate herself. And okay, so this sounds like basically Dynamite is trying to dig into the Detective Comics kind of stuff, especially because we actually have a DC Batman person on there. So I'm gonna recommend this one. It sounds a little cheesy. It sounds cheesy, but I trust these writers and I trust these people. So I think, I don't know. I'll give it a shot. I might give it a shot. We'll just say that. I might give it a shot. Next up, My Little Pony. I'm going to skip it. Antioch. I like Antioch. I really like the story that started with it. It's super cute, and pretty violent as well. So Antioch meets his new neighbors in a prison designed for supervillains. Frontiersman is the only friendly face, so Frontiersman actually appears in this comic, and as it turns out, it's not that friendly. Did Antioch make a mistake turning himself in? Will he survive? So yeah, it's all about prison life with these with these characters right here. So yeah, I recommend this one, and I'm gonna continue to read this one. Disturbed Dark Messiah, issue number 5. I'm gonna skip it. Not really into metal comics. Ninja Funk is probably not gonna come to my store. Neither is Barnstormers. Never Ender number 6. I recommend this one. I am caught up with this. Really, really good story. Death Rage, I heard really good stories about it. I got number 1, but it's just, I got number 1, but I haven't got the chance to read it. I'm so far behind. I might get a trade paperback, or I just might read it online to see if it's worth to get a trade paperback. But let me know in the comments if you've read Death Rage. Next up is Nature's Labyrinth, issue number 1, by Mad Cave Studios. In the middle of the ocean lies a remote island complex lined with traps and ever-changing landscapes created by a mysterious man known as Ahab. The island was designed to test the wills of the world's most notorious criminals in a battle royale style game. 8 violent felons will fight for survival and to the death, of course, of 3 days of relentless action. The winner receives wealth, riches, or complete autonomy, but at the cost of keeping their silence about the island's existence. What Ahab doesn't know is that someone is on to him. Someone has infiltrated his island with the intention of revealing the truth about this sick and twisted game, It's a 6-part mini issue. If this sounds good to you, I recommend it, but I don't know, it doesn't sound good enough for me to get it. Zach Thompson's a good writer, though, and you know, I would recommend people give it a shot. I'm pretty broke, so I don't think this is gonna be for me, but I could see the why people would want to read this. I could see the I forget the word. I could see the attraction to that story. Horror Comics number 17 by Antarctic Press. They're alright. Not gonna lie, they're alright. They're a little cheesy, but not something to waste $4.99 on. Just read it online. Next up is Oz, Return of the Wicked Witch by Zenoscope. Now this looks really interesting to me. It's $5.99 though, so it's a little bit more than average comic. But in the time before Emerald City, the Wicked Witch of the North ruled all of Oz, banished to the southern lands many eons ago, and kept at bay by ancient magics far beyond her control. She languished. Now, with the witch's exile finally coming to an end, Dorothy and her friends will witness the return of the true Wicked Witch to the marvelous land of Oz. Doesn't that sound cool, babe? Hey, did you hear me? Psst, did you hear me?
No.
Oh. There's Oz, Return of the Wicked Witch, where basically she was banished to the Southlands, and but her exile is coming to an end, and now she's gonna come back to Oz.
Sauron.
Dorothy, yeah, basically the Wicked Witch is Sauron, and yeah, and Dorothy is Frodo. But yeah, sounds pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. I kind of dig the Wicked Witch.
So it's $5.99, so I think I might get it.
Cool.
I think the Zenoscope one. Dorothy looks all badass. Next up is Escape from Wyoming, issue number 1 by Bad Idea. There's not a there's not really anything about it, so that sucks. It's $7.99 though, and yeah, he should lower that price big time. Anyway, he does good comics. They really do. It's just they're ridiculously overpriced. $7.99. Come on now. Next up is Born of Blood, issue number 2. That actually looks pretty dope. Same with the Evanescence one. They've got really pretty covers, but I really doubt that their stuff is any good. I'm gonna skip both of these ones, all three of these ones. Bill and Ted's Presents Death. We got one of those. It's like a tabletop game. It's stupid, and I like tabletop. Next up is Bad Idea is Orc Island, again with the $7.99. There's female orcs. Wow, interesting. And yeah, this guy's his favorite writer, so I don't know. I really wish they weren't $7.99, man. That's a lot. And I'm going to skip these ones because they don't show up in my comic book store. Again, I'm not really into the whole death metal comic book scene. It looks cool if you're into that stuff, but it's not really meant for me. And the price is $6.66. I don't care about the number. It's just a little expensive for me. Next up is Code 45, issue number 5 by Scout Comics. I highly recommend this one. It's a really, really good story. If you can wait for the trade paperback to come out, I'd recommend that. But it'll be worth the wait. If you can get all 5 comics, then great. Rescuing Nikki means escaping the subterranean dragon's den, with her sanity and her life forcing Vanessa into a final confrontation with the malevolent forces that rule Montreal's metro tunnels. So this guy's taken over the metro tunnels, and they're doing it to save themselves and the people around them. It's really, really good concept. A really good story. I love Scout Comics. They do great comics, and I highly recommend this story. Next up is Potions Inc. by Mad Cave Studios. I think this is the only Mad Cave Studio ones that I'm gonna get this week. This is more of an Esther comic. Yeah, this is more of an Esther comic, but this is actually the conclusion too. This is the end to the 5-part miniseries. Wizard Canavan Goras has everything he needs to steal Earth's magic, a spell that may destroy Earth in the process, and the only ones who can stop him are Rand Jones, who always had trouble focusing his magic, and Jen Garcia, an FBI agent. So yeah, it was a cute story. I really like what Esther's told me about it, and I hope you like it too. Gold Digger, it's too far. I don't know. Crystal Planet, again with the metal comics, not sure. We don't get Blacktooth comics. Or else I would get this one. Emo Girl, another Antarctic Press. Black Clover's coming out this week. I recommend that one if you're into that. Gem Shock, that one's coming out. Let's see. Ninja High School. Just seeing which one would come out in my comic book store, not very much. But yeah, Naruto, the Sasuke story, uh, issue number 2 manga is coming out, so recommend getting that one, and the Elusive Samurai number 84. That's another manga that's coming out. Manga Z by Antarctic Press, that's usually a cool little mangazine. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. That's gonna do it for this haul, or this week's pick it, skip it, and recommendations. Let me know if you agree or disagree with some of my picks and recommendations. Let me know what you think of some of the comics that I've skipped or I like or don't like. Let me know what you think about it. Uh, Thank you so much for watching. Check out my link tree. You can get all my socials from Twitter, Patreon, Coffee, Facebook, Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, you name it. I'm on there. There's even, I think, my Steam account's on there as well. So yeah, check it out. Have a great day.